I'm at Heritage Creek Golf Club. It's in Jamison, Bucks County, right off of...
This has been called a hidden gem. It's definitely a nice piece of property. I grew up in the area nearby, and I have to say, I didn't realize how much land was out here, and it's such a beautiful piece.
This is like a lot of our par fours. It's medium length, 360 yards. Pretty wide fairway, but you don't want to use this half of it. You want to...
The darker it is, the more fun it is. When you start reading the green with your feet, it actually makes you a better putter during the day as well.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue. Today, I'm at Heritage Creek Golf Club. It's in Jamison, Bucks County, right off of York Road above Bristol Road. And I'll tell you what, this is a hidden gem. Once you come here, you are in the midst of the rolling hills and the beautiful nature of Bucks County. But you also have a challenging 9-hole layout that actually converts easily to 18 holes for you. What they've done is put 2 pin placements on each hole. So you can play 9 or you can go the full 18. And the price, competitively priced here in this day and age for golf in the Philadelphia area. So stay with us as we take a look at Heritage Creek Golf Club. It's coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We are at Heritage Creek. We're in Bucks County, Jamison, right off York Road above Bristol Road. Ryan Woodard. Ryan, you've been here since day one, right? How many years ago was that?
That was way back in 2007. March of 2007 I've been here. So it's my 7th season here at the golf course. I was originally hired as the golf course superintendent. Now I'm the general manager and do a little bit of everything around here.
You make the place go, huh?
Yeah, we, I do have help. Let me be clear about that. But I get involved with a little bit of everything. It's the way I like to do it. Like to have my hands on the ground. And, I was out mowing greens this morning. Now we're talking to you.
You know, one thing you notice, it's tucked away. I mean, we're in the middle of nature here. I don't know how they even were able to carve out a golf course. It's spectacular, the views.
This has been called a hidden gem. Hopefully with Inside Golf, it's not going to be hidden anymore, though. It's definitely a nice piece of property. I grew up in the area nearby, and I have to say, I didn't realize how much land was out here, and it's such a beautiful piece of property, and we have a lot of nice golf holes that are built and to be coming.
Tell me about the fact that it's a 9-hole golf course right now, but it's an 18-hole experience, isn't it? You make it that way for your guests and the people who come here to play at Heritage Creek.
Yeah, Harry, it was designed as an 18-hole golf course by Kelly Blake Moran. And right now we have 9 holes. We have actually 18 holes because we have 9 greens and 2 pin placements on each green. But we're looking forward to an expansion coming here in the future years, and we have some nice golf holes and with a lot more to come.
Now, most of the people that come up here and play, and we'll get into how competitive the rates are here at Heritage Creek in a moment, but they're looking to play 18 holes, so they're going to go out and circle around the 9 that you have and play the 2 pin placements on every green.
Definitely, Harry. We have a golf course that has a lot of challenge to it. So you're going to see that playing it just once is actually a good warm-up for that second round. So we have a lot of 18-hole play here, and it's going to continue on with the 2 pin placements. It gives you a much different look. We have a few different tee boxes, too, give you a different look at the hole. So,
what would you say is, in terms of average length, say of your par 4s and par 5s, what are you looking at here?
The golf course overall, as is now, is a little bit under 6,000 yards, but that's because we have 3 par 3s in the golf course. Good challenging golf holes, but length isn't the big thing here. It's more about the challenge and the different shots you're going to make here.
And you have plenty of room for a variety of tee boxes, too, on every hole.
Yeah, the land keeps us wide open for plenty of tee shots, plenty of tee boxes out here, big wide fairways. So if you spray the golf ball a little bit, no big deal. You know, Heritage Creek's still going to be a lot of fun for you.
Tell me about, speaking of fun, some of the other things that you offer people who come up here to play golf. Maybe, I know you have some league play. You also have interesting things at nighttime here at Heritage Creek.
That's right, Harry. We have 3 leagues, a women's league, a men's league, and a twosomes league that was new this year. Those people are our after-work crowd. They get here, they enjoy themselves, have 9 holes, and they have a little buffet, have a couple drinks afterwards in our clubhouse. But it's somebody who wants a little bit different experience. We also do night golf. We've had a couple of them last fall, and we did our kickoff party not too long ago. We're going to have 6 of those night golf events this year. That is something very unique that we do here at Heritage Creek, and we do it very well.
Well, we were actually here inside golf for your kickoff event this year for night golf. I had never heard about night golf, but tell me about it. Describe it as people take a look at actually what goes on.
We actually use a system that's sold by Night Flyer Golf, and it's actually not a glow-in-the-dark golf ball. It's a lighted golf ball, so you actually bounce it off the cart path, and it lights up. Stays lit for about 8 minutes.
So it pays to, first of all, hit it on the golf cart path, right?
Yes, because it's activated by impact. So then when you hit it with your golf club off the tee, it stays lit for about another 8 minutes. Gives you plenty of time to get out there, find it, and if it's in a patch of grass that's about 3 feet high, you're going to find your golf ball. So a lot of times you're going to find your golf ball a lot easier at night at Heritage Creek Golf Club than you are during the day at some places.
This is my 3rd night glow golf event that I've worked here. It's a hoot. If you've never done it, you need to try it. And once you've tried it, you're hooked. The darker it is, the more fun it is. And when you start reading the green with your feet, it actually makes you a better putter during the day as well. One of the frustrating things for me is that it's easier for me to find a ball at night because it glows in the dark than it is for me to find my golf balls, errant golf balls, and of which there are many, that are in the woods during the day. Night golf here starts with a happy hour and dinner and just some good camaraderie, and then we get people out here just at dusk just so that they can kind of get the lay of the land before it feels like somebody pulled the shade down and you can't see your hand in front of your face. We've installed lights on the golf carts, which makes it very easy to maneuver around here, but during the act of playing, to really experience night golf to the fullest, you turn the light off on the cart and you're actually playing by the light of the moon if there is one, or by the glow of the ball if there's no moon. When you hit these balls, they're called night flyers. When you hit the ball, it glows in the dark, and it glows for about 10 minutes, so it gives you plenty of time to hit it and find it and hit it again. And with a glow stick in the cup and a glow stick on the flag, and several green glow sticks surrounding the green and red glow sticks delineating bunkers, it's pretty easy to find your way around.
Sounds like a unique experience. What kind of feedback are you getting from people? Obviously, if you've done it before in past years and you're doing it again, it must be pretty good.
I got to say, Harry, out of all the things we do here, 100% positive is all we hear with night golf. Everybody wants it. They want more of it. We did a couple last year, and now the 6 that we're doing this year, it's going to be a semi-regular thing here. People just rave about it, and we already got people booked for the next one and the one after that. So it fills fast, and it's definitely a popular event here.
A little bit different night golf here at Heritage Creek. Ryan, before I let you go, give me just in summary the experience that people will have here at Heritage Creek.
Well, a day like today, you're going to have a very good experience, because of the weather. But in general, we have a nice golf course that has some very challenging golf shots, very large undulating greens, so that it plays very well to the novice golfer and the low handicapper. So I think we have a good variety, and we can do very well for you if you want to do an outing, or if you want to play in a league, you can come out after work. It's a very good, relaxed, fun atmosphere here at Heritage Creek.
Now, I mentioned earlier, Ryan, how competitive your fees are. Tell us just how competitive they are.
Well, Harry, our highest rate on a weekend is $51 for 18 holes with a golf cart. We have some special rates that are very popular here. Our after-work crowd enjoys our twilight rates. After 1 o'clock, we do a twilight rate on a weekday, $28, all you can play. So when the lights, or when the sun goes down, we get you out there for as many holes as you can play. And then one of our most popular things with seniors is our Monday and Tuesday senior days. Monday and Tuesday, $26, 18 holes with a cart, which is why we're so busy today.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That is very competitive.
We like to be competitive and flexible. That's us, Heritage Creek.
And based on his description of what he does, pretty good chance you'll see Ryan Woodard when they show up at the clubhouse and sign up to come out and play.
I might be checking you in. I might be cleaning the golf cart. I might be mowing the greens. Who knows?
You're the man.
I do what I can.
Ryan Woodard with an overview, and we'll be back in just a moment when Inside Golf continues here at Heritage Creek to take a look at some of the spectacular holes and the fact that we are in the middle of beautiful Bucks County at this 9-hole golf course. Back with more from Heritage Creek on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Here, I don't want to be short.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We are back here at Heritage Creek in Jamison, Bucks County, and Carl Phineas has joined us. And Carl, I know you've been here at Heritage Creek for, 6 years or so?
Yeah, 6 years now.
And you know the golf course as well as anyone because you're the guy that goes out and changes the pin placements on all these greens every week. Tell us a little bit. We're standing here right in the landing zone, I guess, or a little above of the par 4 first hole. Quite a slope down there. Describe for our viewers what this hole's all about.
This is like a lot of our par 4s. It's medium length, 360 yards. Pretty wide fairway, but you don't want to use this half of it. You want to, if you go down the middle with a fade, it's the ideal shot. But you do have to get it past the 150 marker. Otherwise, you're crowding the woods. If you get a fade, you'll go all the way down the hill. You have a short pitch to a pretty difficult green with a lot of environmental area in front of it, so it's a challenging starting hole.
How about the green here at number 1? It looks almost like a kidney-shaped green.
Well, you can see it's a kidney-shaped green, and what you see from the fairway is that backdrop, which is the that big hill, that green hill on the right. You don't see all the stuff on the right, but at least you can come off of that, although the grass is kind of long. It's on the firm side, and when the pin's in the front, it's all you can handle because you got to stop it. In the kidney is a bunker, so you can see some sand.
To the right side, yeah?
To the right, yeah. So it's
well, as I look at it here, I don't want to be short, I don't want to be long, I want to be right on target with my yardage, huh?
Luckily, if you get the fade like I talked about, you've got a short pitch, but that doesn't make it any easier, I don't think.
All right, Carl, we have moved here to number 2, which is a par 3, and it plays based on the tee box you use anywhere from about 115 yards all the way back to 170.
170, right. It's a challenge. The par 3s on this course are the equal, I think, of any around. I've played all the public courses and some of the private ones around here, and these are as good as any of them.
And you got right off the tee box, regardless of which tee box you select. You got the Little Neshaminy Creek. So you got a water hazard, and then over the water hazard, you got a false front and the green here to this par 3.
At least if you clear the hazard here, you've got some room in the front, but there's not much to the right, little to the left, but it's a challenging hole.
All right, now, as I mentioned earlier, you're the guy that sets the pin placements. You didn't do any favors with that pin placement for the white flag back there. That looks like the Sunday special.
We've got to use all the green, and there's green behind that, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. The front is actually just as much of a challenge because it's only the pin length from the very front, so it's
so you got the sucker pin, and then you got the more tougher everything. One back there on the left corner.
Yes, yeah, I hear from the golfers sometimes too about that.
Well, Carl, we've moved over here to the 7th hole. It's you're only par 5 here at Heritage Creek, but it's interesting because depending on the tee box, you see a little bit more of the hole up front than from the back tees.
We're actually up 50 yards from the white and blue tees, and the view is totally different. You see a retaining pond to the left here. You can see more of a bunker on the right. Back there, you don't see so much of it.
Right. All you see actually from here, too, is a mound, and to the left of that is a fairway bunker. And then you've got a very narrow landing area for your second shot.
From 200 yards on in, you're looking 20, 25 yards of fairway. So your layup is very important. Now, if you're a bigger hitter, you can get there in 2 maybe.
You get there in 2 all the time, Carl?
From up here, not from back there.
Not from back there, huh? Age is catching up to you a little bit?
It's caught me, I think.
Tell me about this green on this par 5.
You've got basically it's separated into 2 halves with a mound in the middle. Big berm on the left that is very steep. You can't, well, you can use it as a backstop to come down, but there's basically a front section and a rear section, so it's all you can handle to get to the back.
So it isn't always distance. This is where precision, every shot. It's all about landing zones and where you go from there.
Luckily, 40 or so yards short of the green, it opens up a little bit on both sides. So you can have some kind of bailout short, but you can't stray too much to the left or right, actually.
You know, I ought to ask you, you've played this course enough. What is your favorite hole? Do you have one hole in particular that you favor?
Probably this one.
Really?
Yeah. It's not back-breakingly long, but it makes you hit the shots and you use all the clubs.
Carl, we've reached the final hole, number 9 here at Heritage Creek, and tell me about this because it's one of those drivable par 4s.
If I were a young stud, yeah, I could drive that maybe, but you want to hit about a 200-yard tee shot before you run out of fairway. And then you've got a pretty challenging short iron to an undulating green.
Right, plenty of green here, and maybe biggest one we've seen on the golf course.
It's the shortest hole, but probably one of the larger greens, and from front to back is a couple different clubs. So, and then you have to stop it back here too. So it's challenging for a short hole.
Now, you told me you did feel extra strength one time and tried to drive it, but what happened?
I tried to chicken out and go for the car path opening here, and I got maybe 90% across. That was about it.
Still made 4, did you?
I don't think so.
No, oh well. Next time, give it a shot. You'll get it. Carl, I want to thank you for giving us a tour here to Heritage Creek. And people, when you come up, Carl will be the guy you blame for those tough pin placements, right?
They do now anyway. So, but we're here to identify the golfers, not to humiliate them.
I got you. That's always a good policy. Carl Finney is here at Heritage Creek, and Inside Golf continues in just a moment. We'll be back with our teed-off panel. Stay with us. Handicap system, it levels the entire playing field. If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists. And even more exciting news. Philly Man Magazine debuts this summer. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com.
Valley Forge Casino Resort, we're rolling out the action. So take us for a spin. For the win. Valley Forge Casino Resort. It's safe, it's chic, and only a shuffle away from the main line.
Guests of Teed Off receive gift certificates to any of the 8 restaurants at Valley Forge Casino at King of Prussia.
Well, if you're a young kid, that's hard to look up to. I mean, it's like God, will I ever be able to...
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. It's time for Teed Off today from the Valley Forge Casino Resort at the beautiful and tasty Pacific Prime Restaurant. And we have our Teed Off panel that includes Hall of Fame basketball coach from Philadelphia University, and a guy who just loves golf almost as much as basketball. That would be Herb McGee.
It's a pleasure, Harry.
Coach, good seeing you. The publisher of Jersey Man Magazine, and soon to add to his little portfolio, Philly Man, Ken Dunnick.
That's right.
Ken,
great
good
to be here, Harry. Thank you.
And Bob Shefford, who is, of course, a bon vivant when it comes to golf. Golf pro for many years here in the Philadelphia section, and a man who writes about golf all the time on shepherdgolf.com.
Been further in one direction than most people go round trip.
There you go. Always good for one-liners too, Bob Shefford. Fellas, let's talk today about how, you hear so much about the need, or among some people, the need to grow the game of golf, get people interested maybe who haven't played the game at all or can't get out there as much as they would like. There are numerous obstacles, I think, Herb, you'd agree, whether it's finances or time, because let's face it, to play 18 holes takes minimum maybe of 4 hours most time. But, how do you get, people interested in the game of golf who, for one of many purposes, just can't do it?
Well, besides show like this, you mean, Harry?
Yeah, besides getting them
I
to
think
watch
it's really, a
Inside
lot
Golf.
of it's financial, because if you're going to get started, you got to be a kid, and a kid 18, 17, 15, 14 years old, unless their parents belong to a country club, they're not even going to go to the daily greens fees places, because now with cart and caddy, or not caddy, but with cart, you're probably talking the cheapest round would be $40 or $50, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably financial more than anything else.
And you know, we've seen courses open up a little bit in terms of making it easier for people to join country clubs, Ken, based on need too, because of the economy.
Yeah, the economics of golf have changed drastically since 2008. You know, I think you'll see the play it forward slogan more and more, and that's so people don't take as much time to play the game. Maybe you can play around in 3.5 hours instead of 4.5 hours. So certainly there are some challenges to golf, but again, as a guy who played a lot of sports, I can tell you that it's a game that you can play until you're, getting older, as I am, and it's a difficult game. I was a natural athlete at every game I played. At golf, is a game of opposites. You know, you got to hit down on it to make it go up. You got to swing slow to hit it far. I mean, it just doesn't compute. So I love it. I continue to play, and hopefully will for a while.
What about from your perspective as a professional and a guy that gives lessons all the time and things like that? Is there any one or two things that pros can do? The PGA, I know they're trying, but is it something else that's missing to get people into the game?
Yeah, the interest in the game, I think, is still there. The kids still want to play. I think they're getting dwarfed with statistics, which I think we all are too. We're very concerned about 300-yard drives, and there's a guy on TV the other day that hit a soft 8-iron 210 yards. Well, if you're a young kid, that's hard to look up to. I mean, it's like, my God, will I ever be able to do that? No. I'm only hitting the 8-iron 110, so I get 100 more to make up. I'm out of it. I'm just getting discouraged. I feel like you putting your baskets up there at 30 foot high and expecting the kids to stay interested. Well, they can only play to 10, so
That's a good point.
you're making it out of play. But golf, the blessing of golf is that it can be played bad and enjoyed. That is a real good point of golf. It's like fishing. You
Wait
can
a minute, run that by me
You
again.
can, well, because nobody
I
plays.
don't know about that. You were?
No, not for me. Not for me.
Play bad and still enjoy.
Nobody's
Why,
played.
because you got three
You
guys
played
with
bad
you?
golf, though. You played bad.
Oh,
I saw you have one
everybody
round
has.
with me.
The big difference is the handicap system, which makes it fair.
Well,
Exactly.
see, that's the
Yeah, you
thing.
can
No
equate
other
it.
sport has a handicap system like golf.
That's
And
right.
I mean, I know now I'm talking about guys maybe a little more advanced, but I mean, if you go, I can't compete with Herb McGee when it comes to basketball.
No, exactly.
But certainly because of what he said, a handicap system,
Right.
it levels the entire
Exactly.
playing
Yeah,
field. You know.
Exactly. And that's necessary, or else it's not going to.
Of course, people would say, "Well, Herb doesn't have a real handicap." I mean,
what they
that's
will.
another thing. but-
You have to manufacture that.
This drive, chip, and putt is a great example of promoting interest. And my God, you don't even have to know how to play golf, and you can get into golf.
Well,
you're
you're right.
That's
was
a wonderful.
And everybody,
wonderful remedy.
if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, at the Masters.
Masters, right.
The USGA and the PGA combined to put on this competition. It was reminiscent of the old punt, pass, and kick that the NFL did
exactly.
with a car manufacturer. And every year around the country, there were regional competitions. The winners then advanced in age groups, and it was obviously with the NFL to get involved in it, it must have been good.
Yeah, the key is getting kids involved at an early age. And, I took up golf when I was about 27 or 28 years old, and I was self-taught, and it was the worst thing I could have done, and I fight those bad tendencies. You see a kid now, I was listening to Gerald Henderson on the radio last night, actually, and he got his son started early at about 6 or 7, and he's a +2 handicap.
Sure,
He also
yeah.
plays professional basketball, but
Right.
that's the time to ingrain the fundamentals and the love of the game when you're that age. I really think it makes all the difference.
Isn't it like that young girl,
Yeah.
Lucy Lee?
Yeah,
She's
right.
11 years
won.
old.
Yeah, 11 years old, qualified
She
for the
was in
Open.
she was in the
The putting
competition.
chip,
Year at Augusta.
chip,
Yeah,
maybe it was a
exactly,
chip,
yeah.
Do you remember the first time you picked up a golf club?
Yeah, I was out of college.
So not at all.
No,
You grew
not
up
at
in
all.
West Philly, went to West Catholic,
Right,
went
right.
to
We
Textile.
wandered over to Cobb's Creek one day.
What, just fine balls?
Yeah, just hit it. That's the time. If you hit it bad, it would smile back at you. Now you
The cuts.
exactly. Now you can't. And you would put your ball in a tube, and it would slide down, and that's how the starter knew where it was going off next. So we used to do that. A bunch of guys from the street, and we didn't have clubs. Guys,
about
some
you,
guys
Ken?
would bring an Acme bag.
I had a putting green near my home, actually a mile from my home, and I would actually walk up, and I only had one club, and it was a putter, and I would just spend all day on the putting green. Interestingly enough, now I can't putt. So I don't know what happened. Now I can hit the ball okay, but I can't putt.
Well, Shep, you had a sort of a jump start because your father was a club
Yeah,
pro.
he was a golf pro, yep.
So did he encourage you to get into the game, or did it just happen naturally?
The shoes were there. I just put them on and walked out the door. Yeah.
So you thought everybody was playing
played golf.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that and at the same time, now I had a cross to bear because I didn't play football, I didn't play baseball, I didn't do all this stuff in high school. And I used to be anxious to get on the bus and get the heck home so I could go over the course, where the other guys were all suiting up for your game, you know. And that was a little bit of a different childhood, but I grew up with 40 or 50 kids at Sandy Run. And we met after school. I mean, it looked like an outing every day. We'd meet, and we played all summer, too. I mean, we never did no shore or going up the mountains in summer camp. It was ridiculous. We played golf every day and all day. Hires root beer and pretzels for lunch and just played another 9. You know?
And what it does is it forges lifetime relationships.
Exactly. Yeah, we're still buddies. Everybody that I ever grew up with, we could pick the phone up in a minute.
And they say, hey, Shep, you still owe me $5 from us.
That's right. That's exactly.
Herb McGee, Ken Dunnick, Bob Shepard. That's teed off. We'll be back with Inside Golf in just a moment. The Valley Forge Casino Resort is the region's only full amenity gaming resort, and it's only seconds from the Pennsylvania Turnpike at King of Prussia. It features 600 slots, 50 table games, plus 8 restaurants designed to meet all of your dining needs. So put the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort on your destination list.
Susquehanna Wealth Management is comprised of 5 distinct business lines with products and services designed to help our clients build, manage, and preserve their wealth throughout their lifetime and beyond. We have a trust department with over 80 years of history and a team of seasoned, dedicated industry professionals. We are one of the largest retirement planning firms in the tri-state area with over 50 years of experience in investment advisory services for both institutional and personal wealth clients. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we have a team of experienced professionals that can help you develop a long-term strategy to meet your unique financial goals. We are always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. We cannot help our clients get from point A to point B unless we completely understand their current situation and strategy. Like the market, life is always changing, and so must we. At Susquehanna Wealth Management, we take the time to understand your goals, analyze your situation, and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy on an ongoing basis.
That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Today from the Heritage Creek Golf Club in Jamison, Bucks County. It's right off of York Road, above Bristol Road, tucked into the rolling countryside of Bucks County. And for more on Heritage Creek, you can link to their website by going to ours, InsideGolf.net. I'm Harry Donahue. We'll see you next week. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.